Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We've got MotoGP25. So we'll be streaming about an hour. Trying different aspects of the game. Shut up, Wally. So, as it has been pointed out to me, because I play with HDR, it might look a bit weird. But I must say it looks better than the previous game. It looks better than the videos we have seen so far. But it feels weird. So what do you want to see? Let me know. So it starts pretty much like all the previous games, with a tutorial, with some customization, which is pretty much the same as always. Rider, with all the same faces as always. Riding style, numbers, stickers, celebration. Celebration is new, that you choose how you want to celebrate on stage. The podium, but the rest pretty much the same. And this is new. The race off with the flat track with Motard, the mini bike. But let's start with a new Balaton Park. Yeah, riding styles are the same as always. Clear weather, graphical damage. We will see how Portimao feels. So the stewards, we have strict, tolerant, and now we have light. Yeah, we'll do Portimao after this. And now you have the arcade mode, the pro mode. So basically you have the possibility to choose what aids you want, regardless of if you have arcade or pro. The difference between the two is that it's basically different physics. I will have proximity indicators. Yeah, I shift myself. Don't have manual shift. Hey, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. Alright. 3 laps. Let's go. I had it on manual previously, I don't know why it was on.
In a few moments, we'll move to the main straight to watch the start of the MotoGP race. These shots are taking us to the starting grid where everyone is ready for the start of the race. The sun is shining and temperatures are within the seasonal average. A medium rear tyre is enough to get you through the race in these temperatures. It's a different story for the front, which needs a harder tyre.
Yes, you do. Oh shit. Yes, you do hear a can of beer. So the setup is exactly the same, except it's divided now. The front fork and the rear. Let's see, I go with standard. Hey, FaZe, I can barely hear you. Let's see.
The riders are lined up on the grid with Pecco Bagnaia in pole position and ready to start. Just a few more seconds until the lights go out and the race begins.
This is my first race. Oh shit. On this track. So let's see how it feels like. Hello FaZe. Welcome to the stream. It feels a lot different on this track than it did in Jerez. And Sepang and the other tracks. But it feels more heavy. It's like more of a Pirelli sort of feel. Like you have a lot of grip on in the front tire. Yep. Where is the long lap? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Very heavy bike, a lot of grip in the front. More light in the rear. I'm just trying to find my way around Balaton Park. Oops. But yeah, now it feels very different compared to how it felt earlier. Still very heavy, but a lot of more movement. And I definitely had it in pro mode before, with no aids, but it's like it glitched somehow. Let's try without electronics. Yeah, this strike, it feels too small. It feels like perfect for a superbike, not for MotoGP. Too narrow. This chicane wasn't there a year ago. I only got a warning from that. It will have to be. Paying attention.
This long race weekend also comes to a close with the end of the
I prefer the feeling
race.
of the 24.
All we can do is to see the race ranking together. See you in a moment for the podium ceremony.
Definitely. Like I said, this feels like a Pirelli sort of feeling in the front, like a lot of grip in the front and letting the rear move around. More of a ride type of feel. But you can actually turn the bike.
Good morning from Matt Burt at the Algarve International Circuit, where just a few miles from the city of Portimao, we're moving to the live feed on the starting grid, where everything is now ready for the start.
My first attempt in Portimao.
The riders are lined up on
but I've heard the feeling is the same in that corner.
Pole position. Just a few more seconds until the lights.
I have no idea about the wind speed or direction. But as you can see now, the bike is moving a lot more than it did before. You saw the lap I sent you? Feels better around that corner now. A lot less wheelie in this game. You can ride more on the curbs. Oops. But yeah, since you have more grip on the front, you have to learn again how to take the corners. No, I haven't tested the pit limiter. You can try that after this lap. Yeah, now you can turn now in this corner. So the pit limiter, you have it on the same button as you have the ride height device. You just press the triangle, and then you have the speed limit on. But I'm accelerating right now, so if I drop the gas, what I've seen so far is on many tracks where the actual autopilot engages is where you actually have the pit entry. Yeah, it did say how many meters until you had to press the triangle. And it releases automatically the ride height device or the pit limiter. Yeah, you got the sign like when you have a long lap penalty, that it says the speed you have, the speed you need to have, and how many meters are left, I think. Is that really a track limit?
Let's take a look at the final ranking of the MotoGP race before the tradition.
Now what? What do you want to see? USA? Yeah, I can do that. The Academy, it's exactly the same. You have a rider that you have to use. You have sector times. No, I haven't tried Moto 2 and Moto 3. I will do that after. Yeah, it tells you like how you have to take each corner, what gear, and so on. So it's exactly the same. Alright, let's do like 80 maybe. Maybe we should have gone with 60 or something.
Greetings to all our friends back home from the States. After a long weekend, the race is finally about to... Everything is ready for the start. Marc Marquez starting from pole position is the big favourite.
I haven't played with
until the lights go out and the riders will start from the grid.
With consumption yet, but I've heard it's much better, more like it should be. Feels like it's harder to lose the front when in contact with the AI. Whoa. But maybe because I'm in a party, but I don't feel like when the rear is like sliding on a corner entry or exit, I don't feel anything in the controller. But I was actually surprised before when when I played like without headphones, not in a party. At least on, well, yeah, you had more feedback, like in the vibration and going on the rumble strips. The curves are nice, you can ride them more in this game, and they feel super nice when going over them. Whoops. Yeah, well, try to ride more on the curve. Maybe it's a setup thing, but I don't feel that the rear wants to slide out as much as in the previous game. Whoops. I mean, in braking, it brakes in a more straight way. High different career.
In a few minutes, the top 3 riders will arrive at the podium for their well-deserved podium.
All right, let's try some Moto 2. Still with the Husqvarna livery. Let's go with that. What track? What track should we be racing on? Mugello.
Good morning from Matt Burt at the Mugello circuit. We're live for what the cameras take us to the starting grid where riders and engineers are discussing.
So what I've heard, it's more important to
here at Mugello is just a few moments away, and we'll see the riders
have the right tire in this game.
Corner.
If you have a too soft tire, it's going to overheat. And it will. This cannot be. Wait. This cannot be. This must be like 20%, right? 80, really?
Good morning from Matt Burt. We're on the starting grid where the lights will soon go out.
Alright, let's see.
The start.
Whoops. You notice you don't have the same grip on the curves in Moto2 as in MotoGP. I feel like it's sliding more when you're on the curves. Was a little bit outside the line. Just lost traction. What I have noticed though is because in the previous game my rear brake was always overheated. And right now I'm using the rear brake in the same way in this game as I did in the previous, and it doesn't overheat as much. Oops. Moto2 feels pretty much the same. Same weight to the bike. Pretty much the same feeling. Maybe a little more front grip as well. Oops. So on what track do you want to see me ride the Moto3? I don't know, right?
In a moment, we will move.
Such a great track. It's great to have it back in the calendar.
Welcome to all that the director takes us to the starting grid where ride.
Alright, so here we don't have any choices for the brakes.
Riders have confidence.
When you're on the grid, you feel a lot more the vibration of the engine in the controller. You can brake a lot harder in this game. And as you saw, the long lap loop is now active in Brno. What do you want to see after this race? Yeah, you can choose
Let's take a look at the final stand.
how you want the map. Most of it is the same. Sorry, but for the map you have full or a close-up. I prefer full to see, like, easier how many riders I have in front, or how many are in the group behind, and so on. Most of it is the same. And now you have, for online mode, you have a FPS counter and a server latency. I don't know why someone would be watching that at the same time as they're racing, but but sure. And also, like for the sound, you now have a mixed preset. I don't think we had that in the previous. So you can have focus on realism, which is more like what the rider experience. Like they don't hear the crowd so much, but they hear the wind a lot and the bikes. And you have a more passionate feel to it. So you don't hear the wind so much, but you hear the crowd a lot and your own bike. Or a more focused sound with less wind effect, less crowd effect, and more your bike. So what do you want to see now? Also, like when you're playing career mode, I haven't tried arcade. Right. The proximity arrow, we can try that in the next race. Let's go. I would be out of career in a minute, but what would you like to see instead then, Joey? Okay, so this is the market transfer in Season 1. Let's take it going back to Vio 46. Alex Marquez back to Honda. Oliveira to Gresini. So, what do you guys want to see now? Proximity arrow. So you can choose your path. Depending on that, you'll have a main rival to focus on, and so on. So I will do a race, just lower the difficulty to be able to play with the rivals, see how the proximity arrows work. What track should I use for the last race of the evening? Alright, let's try a flag to flag then. What track? Valencia? Sure. Let's go with that.
Good morning from Valencia. We're live from Spain, ready to, after a long weekend, the race is finally about to start. We're on the starting grid where the...
Medium. Sure, let's go. See what happens. So in the starting grid, you can choose yourself to see the lap times.
The riders are lined up on the grid with Pecco
So last race of the evening.
and ready to start.
Welcome back, Joey.
A few more seconds until the lights.
Oh shoot, the proximity arrows. Where do I... Oh, here it was. I don't have the proximity arrows? Riding aid. Alright. There it is. So I'm not sure exactly how the arrows work. They don't change color depending on the distance. But I feel you have 3 arrows when they're really close, maybe? Yeah, I think so. So when they get closer, I get 3 arrows. When I'm pulling away, it reduces to 2 and then 1. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, something must have been glitched. Reckless riding for what? Because how the bike felt before, I mean, that just couldn't be the game, you know? Kind of a... damn it. Yeah, the game must have glitched. Definitely. I will write a milestone. Long lap penalty? But yeah, as I said, now it's not so bad. The feeling, I still feel a very ride feeling, that I have a lot of grip in the front, while the rear is more loose, like all over the place. I don't think that the same setup will work as we had in the last game, as it's a very different behavior. Yeah, the rain is on. Yeah, this is flag to flag. So let's wait for them. I see that will be somewhere mid-pack to see what they do. But you can see the raindrops already. But yeah, I lowered it to 20% AI on this race, just to, you know, be trying the proximity arrows. You can see the rear brake is green compared to the previous game when it was always red. You can see how the tires definitely was the wrong tires. They are very blue, being normally degraded. But I don't really feel any, despite them being so cold, I don't really feel hello Alex, we are streaming. Yeah, this is the 25. Yeah, I'm streaming now, just to try some things. So right now we're doing a flag to flag race. Yeah. See, I can see some raindrops, but nothing really affecting the... Yeah. Yeah, you can see when I look behind how the winglets are gone now after some contact. So now we have the flag to flag, and let's see what the opponents do. I will do the change this lap. Some of them are continuing. And now I have the speed limiter on. Still autopilot. So Morbidelli, Quartararo, Binder continue on track. No crashes yet. Yeah, I put on the medium, front and rear. Feels slippery. The rear is quite cold. Yeah. Right now I like the feeling of the previous game, but we will see when we start working on the setups and stuff, how much it changes. So I'm 9th right now, and the others didn't do the bike change. Using the curbs. Now, as the front is overheated, I am feeling that the bike is going wider. But you can see, yeah, my lap time. Let's see what I can do this lap compared to what I did in the dry. But in the dry I was always waiting for the other. Because I ordered it on disc. And they sent me the game earlier. Whoops. Yeah, so the guys in front didn't do the bike change. And they only rained maybe a little bit.
While we wait for the cameras to take us to the Parc Fermé to meet the stars of the race, let's take a quick look at the final MotoGP ranking.
Pretty good. Yeah. So you wanted to see something in Thailand? I got a comment here. Turn 2. No, in India. India isn't in the game. No. Ascent. Alright. Let's go with that. I can do the mini bikes, yeah. So we have the real riders and the official teams. And some bikes have the iconic liveries, like the Yamaha have. Yeah, it will be online as well. So we have two tracks here, one in Italy, which is like a vineyard environment, and we have the more of an alpine environment in France. And so we choose how many laps we want to do and our starting position. And we only have 12 riders on track. Yeah. So I'm going to do 50% maybe. As I'm struggling, learning the game. Yes, Crazy Wizzy. I recommend you to buy it, of course, so you can join us and play. I started in a good way. it's a totally different kind. Yeah, you don't have a lot of engine brake, and but you can really brake a lot. And the bike is still like not slowing down so much. No. Yeah, you're gonna be playing all night. Whoops. Ah. Yes, as well. I think like when I'm playing alone, this is not something I will be doing, but it can be really fun to do some races, you know, don't having to focus so much on setup or lap time, just going out on track and having fun. Yeah. That's a good idea. So I will try motard now. Pretty much the same. No, this is not the wrench, but it's, you know, the same idea behind it. Yeah, Joey, 12 riders is max. Let's go. Yeah, it was beautiful. Ducati and Yamaha, different bikes. What do you mean, Joey? In here? Yeah, I mean every team have their own livery, like the Pramac, the Trackhouse, Gresini. And some of them have like an official livery, and then iconic. Yeah. Yeah, they are all, I guess all the bikes are the same here. And you also don't have any setups to put on, just go out on track. Yeah, they all look to be exactly the same bike. Okay. Now here you don't have any aids. No anti-wheelie, no traction control. Just gas control. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I like the feeling more in the VR for the Valentino Rossi game, but the graphics in this one obviously are 10 years ahead. No, nothing this game, no, I mean no track limits in, oops. And apparently no collision. No warning. Yep. Yeah, we'll do flat track now. Shadow in the bottom right. I don't know really. So here you have two different tracks. And the same bikes. Yes.